what was it like going from the environment of the WWE creative, a company steeped in tradition and, you know, really the flag bearer for wrestling, and then into the TNA creative environment?
Really gonna go there, huh?
I set up the house of cards for you. Go ahead.
Okay, there you go. Different. It, wow. It's like going from a major university to, you ever see those little community college in the strip malls? Mm-hmm. Next to the bingo hall?
Yeah, one of those mail order colleges.
Yeah,
send you
exactly.
a degree in the mail.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like going from that to that. There wasn't a lot of focus on direction and focus on story, and this is what we're going to do, and this is where we're going to be in 6 months. This is where we're going to be in a year. Mm-hmm. It was this is what we're doing this week. Let's get through it, and then we're going to see what we're going to do next week. And even if there was planning, unfortunately, if the rating went down 1/10 of a point, it was, oh my God, the sky is falling, we have to change.
Abandoned storyline.
Yes.
Abandoned ship, yeah.
This isn't working. We've got to get, Sting has to be on TV next week. We just decapitated Sting last week, and Sting is off TV for 6 months. He's got to be back. It was very knee-jerk, and there was way too much emphasis on that rating point can't go down 1/8 of a point.
But it also didn't go up. So
no, it didn't.
Yeah, I know some of the folks that work down there, and they're experienced minds of the business.
Right.
So I am to assume that it wasn't those guys that were saying, we got to get Sting back on TV.
No, no.
That was someone maybe higher up.
Maybe higher up.
In authority.
Right.
Who controlled the checkbook.
Right.
So you kind of had to do what they said.
Or you really had to spend most of your time trying to convince them otherwise, which was detrimental to taking everything to the next level.
If I bought, if I had a lot of money and decided that I was going to invest it in a hamburger company, mm-hmm. and I don't know anything about hamburgers, the thing I would do, I think most businesses when they acquire other assets, what they do is they go, I'm going to find the best burger guy, and he's going to run that company for me. Mm-hmm. We're going to get a ton of money because he's
mm-hmm.
the best burger guy.
Right.
And I'm not going to tell him anything about the pickles because I don't know what the pickles go with this bun because he's the burger guy.
Right.
Why would somebody, fictional of course, with a wealthy, powerful family, business owners, why couldn't they just let you make the burgers? Was it fun for them? Was it an ego thing? Because the rating point was a 1 forever.
Mm-hmm. Right. It kind of just hovered right there.
So why wouldn't I have you do the burgers?
Because, so what let's arguably say, let's say that the business that you do know is you build houses.
Okay.
Okay? Let's say you're a contractor and you build houses and you build the biggest, most beautiful houses in the world. But now you want that burger company and you look at it and say, well, you know what? A chef who's going to come up with the greatest burger and come up with the greatest recipes in the world is no different than my contractor over here. Exactly the same. They come in, they do a job. Here's what you got to do. Build me a burger. Just build me a burger. All this guy has to do is get his wood, his nails, line it up, hammer the nails and wood together. Guy building the burger, he's got to get the right meat. He's got to experiment with it. He's got to season it just right. He's got to be able to mold it maybe in a different way. Then he's got to bake the bread. And now he's got to decide what condiments to put on it, and the sides and the dishes and how he serves it to you. Go over here, contractor, the plumber, the electric guy, they're doing exactly what they would do on every single house. Nothing changes. They're doing that. But as the owner of the contracting company, as the owner of company that builds houses, now I'm buying the hamburger. I want it run the same way.
Right. Okay.
The chef? Give me any chef. They're just a chef. Use any meat. It's just meat.
But they went out and got some of the best chefs. So they knew that there was a skill, or else they would have just gotten.
They got some good. They got some decent cuts of meat, but they didn't know how to take that meat, mix it with other meat to make the best damn burger and season it and put it all together. And then the chef, well, the chef is trying to do all of this. They're being told by the company over here that's just built 14 track houses that, no, you paid too much for that meat. Okay, get rid of that meat and get me some other meat and put that in. But it's not as good. No. It's just meat.
So you weren't trusted that you knew meat. You're hired because you're supposed to know meat, but then you weren't trusted enough to work with the meat. Without my input, owner of the contracting company, you need my help.
If it didn't immediately, it's like you open up a burger place, and the first day you sell 1,000 burgers, and the next day you only sell 990. God, this is the shits. This is horrible. Got to get rid of him because we went down.
There's no one around me as the owner of the burger company pulling me aside and go, listen, honey, maybe my dad or somebody pull me aside and say, this isn't how you run a business. You got to let the generals drive here.
No.
Okay.
No, not really.
So they were on their own to make the decisions.
You know what? And again, I made decisions there, and I'll stand by my decisions, and made them for the best of the company. I enjoyed my time there. It was fun. It was great. It was very frustrating at times, but I had a good time.
Okay.